there.
We're
We are.
live.
Hey, Debbie. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to August Winephabet Street, Orvieto. And honestly, I'm so happy and sad at the same time because I literally only have like 10 days left of being free. I have to go back to horrible Jersey. Not that Jersey's horrible, but you know what I mean. I would honestly
I hear you.
I would honestly much prefer to be here. So this month we've got Orvieto. So I'm gonna go right in and start. If I
Okay.
all
Hey,
right.
Douglas.
Hi, Doug. Thanks for joining.
You have
Jump up, step down, come dance me down now. We're moving our body to the ABC. Dance nearby, dance.
I don't know.
We have technical difficulties right off the bat. Uh-oh. We'll try again.
Okay.
Jump up, step down, come dance me down now. We're moving our body to the ABC. Dance nearby, dance far away. Now clap your hands to the letter of the day. Clap, clap. What's the letter? Clap, clap. What's the letter? Clap, 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 clap.
What's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter? What's the letter?
The letter of the day is
All right. So welcome to Winephabet Street. Welcome to Orvieto. Woo!
You say that so well.
Woo! I can't believe we're up to the letter O already.
No.
Hey, Karen. Thanks for joining.
Hi, Karen.
So, Debbie, you want to introduce yourself to start off with?
Sure. I'm Debbie Giaquindo. I am known as the Hudson Valley Wine Goddess. I'm a wine blogger, wine writer, author, and now restaurateur, which is killing me this summer. Absolutely killing me. And chairperson of the Hudson Valley Wine Competition that's coming up in like 3 weeks. So just something else I can add to my plate. And that's probably why I get like 4 hours of sleep every night. And I'm going to apologize to everybody. I am home alone and I've got 3 dogs. 2 of them are mine and 1 is a puppy. And I shut all blinds, so hopefully they won't bark this time. I'm not going to knock on anything, but I have a puppy that's crying outside my door that wants to come in. So anyway, I think that's everything in a nutshell.
All right. So I'm Lori Budd. My husband Michael and I own Dracena Wines in Paso Robles. We are producers of award-winning Cabernet Franc, which is now officially sold out for our 2015 vintage. All we have left, not all that we have left, but we still do have Rosé left, our 2017. We have about 3.5 cases of that left. And we are running a summer special, so you can head on over to the website to check that out. Basically, use the coupon code SUMMER, 6 bottles, $96. So pretty awesome deal on the rosé. Next week, I am doing another pouring event at the Fresno Chaffee Zoo, and we'll be pouring the rosé there. And we are just getting into a new restaurant also in Atascadero, so I am excited about that. So we are expanding. And I write an award-winning blog, have the podcast, and whatever else we can think of to use my time up in my 24 hours a day that I'm with you. I get like 4 hours of sleep.
Oh my gosh.
So, welcome everybody. And today is Orvieto. So we are back to Italy. I think we are in Italy quite a lot. I think we are in Italy quite a lot.
So can we open? I'm dying for a glass.
Yes, we could open. So this is mine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it is an Orvieto Classico.
Mine's a Classico too.
All right. And mine is a screw cap, which I thought was a little strange because they actually had a capsule over the screw cap.
Oh, really?
So I
Mine's
had
too.
to open the capsule in order to unscrew the bottle.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So Debbie and Doug, are we? Do we have wine with us today? Let us know what you are drinking. But,
This is nice. Now, what year is yours?
mine is, oh gosh, 2016.
Mine's a 15.
Oh.
Yeah, I was surprised. Paul bought it.
Yeah. So slancha.
Cheers. Yours looks like it's darker than mine.
It's dark in my room.
Oh.
I need better lighting. It's a little on the,
I got the lighting right here.
yeah. No, it's golden, it's straw. It's like a golden straw. It's nice.
It's got a long finish, like a white spice finish, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we will get into that.
I just needed a sip.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, it wasn't available locally, Karen. Mine was pretty inexpensive as well. And I think mine was $12.99 or $11.99 too.
Oh, I keep messing up and never remember how much I paid.
Oh, I got the receipt over here.
I think mine was like $13 or something.
Mine was $14.99. I'm sorry. $14.99.
Slide presentation. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start off with general. Nope.
You want me to do the history, or are you doing characteristics?
We start off with general characteristics.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so here we go. All right, general characteristics for O is for Orvieto. The Orvieto white DOC is actually a growing area that includes more hilly areas of Orvieto, Alerona, Alviano, Basci, Castel Giorgio, Castel Viscardo, Fabro, Fischul, Guidara, Montecchio, Montegabion, Monteleone di Orvieto, Parano. So it's huge. Like I really didn't realize it was that big. Although I couldn't find how large property that encompassed. So I'm not really sure if it's that big or it's a lot of smaller little areas. But again, I will go back to the people I know who study the WSET diploma. They complain that Italy is very difficult to learn because there's so many small little areas. So it is among the most typical Umbrian wines known since ancient times and covers 70% of the DOC production in the province of Terni. So this is Orvieto. It is an Italian wine region located in Umbria and actually Lazio. It is primarily known for its white wines made from a blend of mostly Gracetto and Trebbiano, which is sold under the DOC, Orvieto or Orvieto Classico. So we both have the Classico. Although they're mostly known for their white wine blends, they actually do have blended red wines, and there are 8 varietal reds that are allowed to be sold under the Rosso Orvietano DOC. So the Orvieto zone is in the province of Terni, in the southwestern corner of Umbria. It extends southward into the Viterbo province of Lazio and north to the border between Terni and the province of Perugia. The Orvieto Classico region is characterized by these, and these are tuppa, and I love them. Okay? It's a variety of limestone formed when carbonate minerals, and they create these like stalactites of limestone. So I I don't think they're called stalactites, but they're, tufa, that's to me is a stalactite of limestone, and volcanic soil. So you can actually find these all over the region, and I would be in my glory because I think they are so magnificent. So these two guys here, Joseph Bastianich, who is a restaurateur, a winemaker, an author, and a television personality, and David Lynch, who is an American writer and wine expert, they claim that the Orvieto world can be divided into two main camps. Those estates which follow the traditional neutral and Trebbiano dominated wines, and those estates that totally take advantage of the liberal DOC blending policy and use as much as the other permitted wines as possible. Under the Orvieto DOC, regulation wines may contain between 40 to 60% Trebbiano Toscano, 15% to 25% Verdelho, and up to a 20% maximum of a combination of, or individually of, Gracetto, Caniolo Bianco, and Malvasia Toscana. So some of them are true believers in, I guess, single varietal, and others are big into all of these blending grapes. Among Umbrian wines, Orvieto is the most representative of and accounts for about 70% of the entire DOC production in the region. Orvieto is made from Trebbiano grapes, which is 50 to 65%, Verdelho 15 to 25%, and then Jupeggio, Gracetto, and Malvasia, which is 20 to 30%. And then, as I said earlier, they can either be classified as Orvieto or Orvieto Classico. And it actually is produced in three classes: dry, semi-sweet, and sweet. So Orvieto wines produced from grapes grown in a large traditional zone qualify for Classico designation and can also qualify for a superior designation if the wine meets a minimum alcohol and aging requirement. However, I searched and searched and searched and couldn't find what that requirement was. So there is some requirement, but I couldn't find what it was. The Orvieto DOC, which includes the large Classico region, is reserved exclusively for white wines, and Orvieto wines are expected to be crisp with delicate white fruit and floral aromas, along with a zesty citrus flavors. And today, there are 4 classifications of Orvieto DOP wines. So there's Orvieto DOP, Orvieto Classico, which is produced in the ancient areas, Orvieto Superior, which is low yield of superior quality, and Orvieto Classico Superior, which is ancient wine area, low yield, and those are the highest in quality. So that's my general characteristics.
Very nice. I just found out how to tweet so people can come in and watch us.
Oh, nice.
So.
But they still would have to register, or now that we're live?
No.
Okay.
So, anyway.
So, history.
I think it's, I think Orvieto will be a way cool region to visit.
I agree. Just for those tufas, man. I want to go there.
And how it all sits on top of a rock. So, history of Orvieto. Oops, wrong thing. So Orvieto, like you said, it's not a grape, it's a wine region in Italy located between Umbria and Lazio. It's known for its white wines that they produce, and they do also produce some reds. It's somewhat isolated because it sits on top of a rock above the junctions of the Paglia and Chiana rivers. So this is the rock that the town sits on top of. And you can kind of,
cool.
I'm pointing with my mouse, but nobody can see it. I just think that that's way cool. The rock, Orvieto, sits on top of a tufa rock, and it's believed that this rock was thrown from a volcanic eruption where now sits Lake Bolsena. So that was the crater, and it spewed this huge rock. So underneath this rock, underneath the city, is a whole underground world, which I think, I get into this stuff. I just think this stuff is way cool. And it consists of a whole bunch of caves and passages dug by the Etruscans. And just this a little factoid here on this, but the most important structure in this entire underground network is the Pozzo del Cava, which is a huge well, and it's 36 meters deep, and it's made out of tufa rock. It was made out of, ordered by Pope Clement VII in 1527 to ensure that Orvieto had a constant supply of water in the event of a siege. So these cellar-like caves are what house the wine production and cool fermentation. And they used to, in the ancient world, the wines that they produced were actually sweet. From the Middle Ages to the 20th century, Orvieto was known as sweet dessert wine made from noble rot. The botrytis actually was exposed to the fungus after harvest, when the grapes were packed into crates and barrels and stored in humid grottos carved out of the tufa stone. But today, Orvieto is known for dry white wines, and they do produce small quantities of semi-sweet style known as Orvieto Abacata and Dolce. So this is from Winephabet. Orvieto. Orvieto is made from primarily 60% Trebbiano and Grachetta, and they're combined, so it can be 40, 20, 30, 30. Usually it's 30, 30. And other grapes in the blend are Verdelho, Malvasia, Sauvignon Blanc, and there is the DOC and the Classico. The DOC area covers Terni province in Umbria and extends to Viterbo in Lazio. And Orvieto Classico DOC is where the best wines are made. It's where the soil ranges from tufa and limestone to volcanic origins. So this is just a picture of a DOC bottle. If you can tell, it's different than the Classico. I just wanted to show that the difference. And that's what I'm drinking.
Huh.
And this is the red. The red wines that are produced also include some grapes like Barbera, Sangiovese, Cab Franc, Dolcetto, Montepulciano, Pinot Nero, Cab Sav, and Merlot. And that's that. I think that the city looks just way cool.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
And I'd love to go into that underground and see the caves where they actually produce, did all the winemaking and everything.
Yeah, I saw them when I was doing the research on the general characteristics, and I had to like stop myself from talking about it because that's more history
right.
and general characteristics, and I didn't want to duplicate anything. I knew that would be what you were covering, but it's always kind of difficult to do general characteristics of a region,
right?
But I was like going down the rabbit hole with that because the tunnels and everything was so beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, look at this, look at that. And exactly the same thing. I want to go here. This is like,
and the vineyards also, I think they sit all around the rock.
right. So Karen is saying the caves and underground 1500 BC well, for water supply was really interesting. Yeah, really, really brilliant if you think about it.
Yeah.
Really brilliant. And I have something about that later on also. But when you see this picture, it's brilliant. And you think about how long ago that was.
Can you imagine digging? I mean, back in the 1500s?
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
It's like,
they had bulldozers.
How did they build pyramids way back then without all the, it drives me crazy. But anyways, so let's talk wine here. So again, I have La Caria Orvieto Classico. So this is mine.
Oh, this is mine.
Salviano.
Salviano. It's a 2015 Orvieto. Now, this is 30% Trebbiano, 30% Grachetto, 20% Chardonnay, and 20% Sauvignon Blanc.
All right. Mine is 40% Gracchiato, 30% Procchiniso,
Ooh.
20% Malvasia, and 10% Verdelho. And it is all grown in the vineyards that you were talking about, in those hilltop vineyards that are circling around the hilltop town of Orvieto. So La Caria Orvieto Classico, it was actually, the winery was founded in 1976 by the Giolitti and Cottalleri families. So Riccardo Cottalleri was actually one of the most respected authorities on the production and marketing of Italian wines. And he's the co-owner, and he's actually the winemaker. So La Caria, thanks to its broad and diverse portfolio, is able to, satisfy across the board everybody. So they have wines that are the casual, like the $12.99s, up to more expensive wines. They also produce Sangiovese, and as well as the Orvieto Classico. And apparently, now I don't know anything about this, and I didn't go down this rabbit hole. They also produce Fabiano, and that apparently is a highly sought after collector's item. So I don't know what that is, but apparently highly sought after. The winery owns a total of 198 acres located in the heart of the Orvieto Classico appellation. And of these, 172 acres are dedicated to the production of Orvieto Classico. And the remainder features Merlot, Sangiovese, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Montepulciano. So, yeah. This was fermented in steel, which I'm going to go with probably 99.99999% of it. These are. And the length of the fermentation was 19 days. So, pretty quick.
Okay.
So, that's what I got.
So mine. Go ahead. What's yours?
Oh.
I thought you were going to go into it. You want me to? I'll go into mine.
I was going to sniff while you were talking.
Oh, okay. So,
Karen's like AD. Yeah, actually, that's probably a little better. She said
so,
BC.
Salvino Estate occupies 4,940 acres surrounding Lake Corbara and the banks of the Tiber River in the heart of Orvieto, the DOC production zone. Salvino, it's part of the Tignano Estate, which is a much larger property, which is, I would say, like the head ownership, and that's located across the lake in a medieval village called the Teg. You know, we got to do something that I can pronounce. Tigiano is the village name, and in AD 937, the Tigiano castle and its court grew by the 17th century to include the village and the surrounding land, including the Salviano castle and its property. And the Titigano castle has recently benefited from extensive renovations. The Salvano vineyards are planted with Sangiovese, Merlot, Cab Sav, Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Trebbiano, Toscano, which is that peat that you have in your Salvano, your Orvieto. It's a clone.
Wow.
It's a Procchiano clone and Grichetto.
Oh, okay.
And it extends over 173 acres. They're newly planted vineyards of indigenous and international varieties. They have a state-of-the-art vinification and cellaring facilities located in the Salviano Castle on Lake Corbera. Stainless steel vats are used in the fermentation on both red and white wines. And barrel aging takes place in a cellar excavated from the tufa limestone beneath the property.
Awesome.
So this particular 2015 that I have, just a little information on harvest. It was a mild winter, so spring was a little wet with frequent rains until mid-June. July was hot. The berries were rather small in size. August was a little cooler. So the climate, they say, trend was ideal, and it laid the foundation for an excellent vintage of white wines. They started picking the Chardonnay the first week of September, and that's really all they went into on that. The alcohol is 14%. The pH is 3.4. And the acidity is 6.20 grams per liter.
All right. So I think this is a good time. I mean, these wines were not from our sponsor, but I think it's a good time to mention our sponsor, Winc.com. And if you are interested in exploring new wines, our sponsor, Winc, W-I-N-C, can help deliver bottles to your door for pretty darn cheap. So their bottles start at $13 per bottle. And if you go to the website trywinc.com, so trywinc.com/Winephabet, you will get $22 off of your first order. So if you put 4 bottles in, you're going to get all those wines for like less than $30. And you answer these quick little cute quiz questions that gives you a palate profile, and then they suggest wines for you. But if you don't like those wines, you can scroll through and you can pick. And it's not really like a wine club, because you can you can postpone anytime you want. So like this month, I didn't want wines this month, so I just hit skip order and I'm gone. No penalty, no fees, nothing. So again, try Winc a try, right? Trywinc.com/Winephabet and get $22 off of your first order. And
Good deal. Good deal.
Yeah. So what are you getting in your Orvieto?
The limestone. I get a lot. There's a lot going on in it because the flavors, the different grapes are all, doing their thing. I can smell the minerality.
Yeah, I get minerality. I get whetstone. So what you're calling limestone, I get whetstone. It's got flowery, like a white, maybe a gardenia, like a gardenia. But what
I get some
lime. Yeah, I'll get some lime. It's what I expected from everything I read, what I expected was very high acidity.
Mm-hmm.
I expected a high acid wine. Now this does have acid, but it's not like an Albarino acid. It's not in your face.
No, and it's not like a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc acid either.
No. And the finish I would classify as like a medium finish, not medium plus, not long.
Now mine was a long finish.
Is it?
And it had a spice to it. It had like a white spice to it.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. In fact, the finish on my tongue, it's there. The acid holds on to your palate for a little bit, and then it just bam, it's gone. There's like, there's nothing. You know how like those Albarinos, Semillons, things like that. There's Sauvignon Blancs. When you have a sip, you need another one. You know, it beckons you to have another one. This has acidity, or mine, this wine has an acidity to it. So the wine holds up, but it doesn't have the acidity that makes you want to have another sip.
Right. My finish is quite long.
Oh, okay.
And the spice kind of holds right on the tip of your tongue. It's kind of nice. I agree with you on the whole acidity part. I think this can be a very food friendly wine.
Mm-hmm.
Now I had a complete garden dinner tonight. I made pesto from the garden. I had tomato salad from the garden, and I did a shot with the Orvieto, pairing it. But I'm like, but I have to wait until after Winephabet Street to open it. But this would pair really well with the pesto and the tomato salad that I had.
Yeah, I don't. Well, we'll wait to see what you have with the food pairings. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so I don't know. I can my big paninis of my life. I can probably go with the panini with this. It needs a little. The meal needs a little body. I think. I'm not talking body like give me a
like
steak.
protein.
Yeah, it needs. I don't know. It's not. This wine is not to me acidic enough that I would sit outside on the patio and sip it by itself.
Hmm.
Where an Albarino, many of my Semillons, I would, pound porter, pounder or pounder.
I would say it's more soft acidity.
Yes, yeah. So it's not one. I would prefer it with food versus sitting out back
a pre
and having it by itself.
Yeah. No, I agree. I definitely think it's a food type of wine.
Right.
But I like the flavors. What you get. The lime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big spice girl. I love the spice finishes, whether it's white spice, black pepper, cinnamon.
Right. The cooking spices.
And I didn't expect that from this.
No, I don't. Well, see, I don't have that in mind. So we have very different.
Yes.
Mine's very aromatic. It's got a lot of white flower.
Mine is too.
Citrus, a lot of citrus.
Yep.
But
because it's got all those.
I'm going green apple, like a Granny Smith. I'm going Granny Smith because that's the only green apple
I get a little apple.
Yeah,
but it's not dominant.
No.
It's almost, it's when I go, it's orchard apple because it's something I smell when I go apple picking.
Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever gone apple picking in my life.
Well, maybe I'll have to thank you.
The closest apple picking I've ever done is when I go to Angry Orchard and drink their cider.
Oh, they entered the wine competition.
Did they?
They did.
Can I have ciders, please? Not that I'm supposed to know that, but whatever. We'll talk about that later.
I thought You want Cab Franc too?
You know that.
Okay.
It's always tough to judge somebody else's baby, you know? Like you're looking at your baby and you're comparing it to somebody else's baby. But you know me, I will taste wherever you put me.
Okay.
I will be the, do I get to saber this year?
Afterwards, yeah. Oh, I wonder.
We don't have Prosecco this time, but
No,
sorry
no, but
people who
you
are
know what?
listening. We're on a sidebar. Sorry, Karen.
Yeah, I'm thinking, where we won't hurt anybody.
Wouldn't hurt anybody. I know what I'm doing. I am a trained
I would
professional.
love to get a sparkling wine to go with one of the cake balls, and you can saber it at the seminar.
Okay. Sign me up.
All right.
Sign me up.
Anyway, we got way off on a tangent.
Yes.
Karen, I run this wine competition every year, and it's at a wine festival.
Right.
And I do seminars after the wine competition. But anyway.
So we're gonna
move on.
round this back, pull this back in, and you are actually up for food pairings.
Okay. So we got wine and food pairings. So isn't that a nice antipasta plate?
It is.
So since Orvieto is dry and high in acidity, it'll pair nice with all kinds of stuff like acidic sauces, cheese, heavier fish like swordfish and wahoo, chicken, pork, veal, sushi, and cheese. This would pair very well at the restaurant because we actually have swordfish on the menu, and when it's not swordfish, it's usually wahoo. I should have put on one of Gus's dishes on here. What was I thinking? I know. What was I thinking?
Ooh, what about salted almonds?
I don't know about that.
Like
Maybe.
the caramelized almonds.
You know what? The salted almonds might with the salt and the acidity.
No.
I don't know.
Caramelized almonds.
I don't know.
I don't know. So for some reason, almonds popped in my head when you showed me that plate. But go ahead.
Okay. So I just said swordfish, sushi.
Okay.
Although, yes, on the sushi, but sometimes I think it might not be acidic enough, depending on the Orvieto that you purchase.
Okay.
That's coming from somebody who doesn't eat sushi. But
I don't know.
But I mean, it's got the acidity for sushi, but I always think of like an Albarino. Fried chicken. Am I making you hungry?
Well, I don't eat any of that, so no.
But it would definitely, the acidity in the Orvieto is great with the fried chicken.
Now we're talking my jam.
Different cheeses: goat cheese, Gouda, Havarti cheese.
See, now I don't know if I would go the goat cheese route. I'm thinking harder cheese. I'm thinking like cheese that has the calcium crystals in it. Like.
I'm thinking these were complemented, and it would make the acidity softer.
Okay, so that might have to do with your wine versus my wine.
Maybe, very well, maybe. Because I can see this with Havarti. I can see it with the Gouda.
Gouda is like the cheese of the wine world. I mean, seriously. Like, what doesn't go
Yeah, it goes with everything.
Yeah.
When I went to Holland when I was a kid, we went to Germany and Holland with my family, and we came home with a wheel of Gouda in my mother's suitcase.
Yeah, it goes with everything. You can't go wrong with Gouda. When in doubt, take a Gouda.
Yeah. Also, chicken, anything in a citrus sauce, like chicken or
Yeah.
fish in a citrus sauce.
Yeah, like I think lemon chicken would go with
Yeah,
this.
definitely. If you eat veal piccata, and that once again is a citrus lemon sauce,
Right.
I love that. But I know I'm not barking up your tree there. But so
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I have on
Okay.
food pairing. So, I mean, if you're
Yeah,
cooking
I can see that.
barbecuing skewers of fish, this will go great with fish.
Yeah, okay. I'll take your word for it.
I don't think I mean, well, it will go fine with shellfish, but I think more fillets,
Okay.
whitefish, whether it's a steaky whitefish like wahoo or swordfish, or even like, branzino or tilefish, it'll go really well with.
Okay. Yeah, of all of those, I'm thinking, well, like I said, I thought the harder cheeses with mine anyway, but I
Yeah, I
think
don't think the harder cheeses will fine.
um, almost like a chicken Diane, and for me, minus the chicken, just like that seasoning salt with a little bit of green onion and basically olive oil, so
Mm-hmm.
that it can kind of do it. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. I think we have two very different.
Yeah. Too bad we're not together, so we can.
I know. We need to do one of these together.
We do.
We need to do one of these together.
Well,
Definitely.
not September, maybe October.
Yeah. I don't know what the dates, but
I
yeah.
have no idea let's get past September. I don't have October done yet.
Yeah, we'll have to do that because I still need to come down and see your restaurant in person and get Lauren to come with us. Karen, you're
Maybe we
in
can get
San
Tina.
Francisco, right? Just fly on cross
Yeah,
country
fly on
and
in.
party with us.
Maybe we get Tina to come up from Virginia.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. 5 fast facts. I have more technical difficulty. Why do I not see my
What
slides?
happened?
Oh, it's not a good day.
Hold on. Hold on.
That just means I get to drink more.
I'm going here. Winephabet Street. Oh, this is fast facts, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if it comes up on mine. Okay, it comes up.
You can see the pictures?
File sharing, slide presentations. Hold on. I'll upload it again.
The glory.
I know you gotta love technology, but hey.
Hey, but YouTube was actually more brilliant than I was, so.
Oh, I kept trying to do it, and I was like fighting with YouTube, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here?
And I did that completely without drinking, so I don't know why. So Karen, so what happened was I uploaded our little Elmo song, but I uploaded last month's Elmo song instead of this month's, and YouTube realized it was the same song.
So I actually renamed the file. So thinking maybe it had something to do with the way the file was. So I renamed it, and it still told me that, and that's when I texted you, and I'm like, it's working. Okay, so it says I uploaded it.
I just see blank.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, mine's blank.
For some reason.
Can you show it?
Slide presentations. What happened to it? It just uploaded it.
Did you upload it as the same name?
because we're uploading. It might take 2 minutes. It said upload was complete, and it said preview. But let's pour ourselves another glass of wine. Karen, what are you drinking tonight?
Yeah, Karen.
Okay, uploading.
No?
No, it's spinning. And it's in there, and that's really odd. What's a Winephabet street without technical difficulty?
Without technical difficulty.
Okay, now it just went in. No. Oh, my screen changed. Here, start. It can you wing it?
Yeah, I can wing it. I just want to have some pictures. All right, so and my photo of what I wanted to show everybody. All
wait,
right.
can I screen share on this? File sharing. Share file. Hold on. But it's another upload. Maybe we'll do it this way. Okay, so it says yes, name, fax. Preview. Share file. Oh, that's not the right thing.
Okay.
Oh,
that's such a shame. All right. So
I'll keep trying to upload it. It didn't upload.
Fact number 1. Although Orvieto will keep and may respond with some subtle evolution, it is expected to be drunk within 2 to 3 years under good cellar conditions. It's really meant for early consumption, not long cellaring. Yeah, so that's fact number 1. Fact number 2, the geography of Orvieto. While there are clearly many attractions about Orvieto, the foremost, in-your-face, most desirable feature is the geography or the topography of the city. So it is located on the site that actually rises, like you were saying, above the volcanic.
There we go.
Stuff. Yay! Okay, so there's Now We Drink. Okay, so the geography is, so it's set above the city, and these are all the tuffs. So, you know how you were saying it's set above a rock? That's the rock. And this circular thing is going to come back in a second. Okay, so that's going to come back in a second. The Albornez fortress, which lies within Orvieto, was apparently built under the orders of the Pope himself, Pope Innocent VI, by Cardinal Albornez from Spain. And it's massive in its structure. The Albornez fortress stands testimony to the architectural prowess of the eras, and like the whole city is like surrounded by this wall. So it's kind of cool. And now this is inside that circle from, I'm going to backtrack it. So this circle that you can see up in the kind of top left-hand corner of this photo, that's the outside. And this is the inside.
You know what that reminds me of? What came to my mind? Rapunzel, Rapunzel.
Oh, yeah. This is actually St. Patrick's Well. So it's 175 feet deep, 45 feet wide, and it's 496 steps down. And thanks to its natural hilltop fortification, Orvieto served as a 16th century place of refuge for the Pope. And as you said, wanting to ensure he had water during a time of siege, he built this extravagant well, with 2 spiral staircases leading down to a bridge from which people could scoop up water. So the double helix design was crucial for allowing efficient traffic flow. So they actually brought donkeys in there. So not only people went down, but donkeys went down. And they were balancing jugs of water. So they had to go up and down, so you have to manipulate how you go up and down. But because it's a double helix, like your DNA, it works. Digging this was obviously a huge project. Even today, people in Italy or in this region of Italy, when they're forced to do something that is extremely difficult, a very difficult task, they'll say, oh, it's like digging a St. Patrick's well. That's their saying. And our last fact is Orvieto is known for its white wines, including the Greccetto and Trebbiano grapes. The soil is rich in minerals, giving the wines a clean, crisp finish with a nice amount of complexity. So the wines of Orvieto deserve much praise for being some of the most historically famous in Italy. Orvieto has a wide variety of wineries, small and large, producing several different local blends. So there are our fast facts that were not so fast this week.
But we
got it. I really have no idea why things like that happen. Like we do the same thing month after month, but
I upload, I hit, okay when it's done.
Yeah. So Karen is considering going to the Hudson Valley next year. She's always wanted to go.
Oh, Karen, when you go, I will be your guide.
Yeah, she's awesome, Karen. Just don't go in. If you go in the fall, I'll come too. I'll meet you. But in the summer, I'm not coming back to East Coast when I don't have to. So sorry. So she.
That was a varietal. I have to tell you, a couple of years back, I was in a restaurant in Providence visiting my daughter, and we went Italian restaurant, and whatever wine we ordered, they didn't have. So I said to my husband, "Well, let's have an Orvieto," And I'm thinking, isn't this a good wine? I never realized it was a blend, and that it was a region.
It's region, yeah. So thank you, Karen. I'm so happy that you enjoy our show and our little.
Late summer would be good, Karen, because fall in the Hudson Valley prices are outrageous. Because it's a big getaway place with the
leaf colors. Yeah.
So summer might not be good for me now that I'm a restaurateur, but we'll make it work.
We will figure it out. We will.
Hey, Jim.
Hey, Jim.
What's in your glass, Jim?
Oh, Jim. Good to see you.
Better late than never.
Absolutely. Jim, what are you drinking tonight? As we sit.
Do you have anything in your glass?
I'm going to go with Jim has something in his glass. Sorry. Are you thinking about adding or?
Gewürztraminer.
Oh, you're on Gewürztraminer. Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. Well,
how's your Gewürz tasting, Jim?
Yeah, we did not do.
Is it
RG?
Where's it from?
I'm trying to remember what RG was.
I don't remember.
It might have been. Isn't that
I don't
sad?
think it was Gewürztraminer.
My brain is so fried.
So next month we're going to talk about how do you.
It was Gruner. It was Gruner. Right.
Next month we're going to talk about pick pool.
We are going to talk about pick pole, and I am so excited for next month because my original introduction to pick pole is from Paso. and some very good friends of ours who own a small family-owned winery in Paso. He is a pick pole maniac and ripped up other vines to plant pick pole and do all that. And it is such an incredible pick pole. So I'm so excited to A, drink more pick pole, but B, to be able to talk about this winery. I'm very, very excited. Oh, acquiesce. Yeah, yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
I want to make sure I spell this right.
So we have a month for you guys to go get yourselves some pick pole. And
Here's the link. Hold on. Here's the link.
Debbie's going to add the link, and Debbie,
calendar.
So
you're going to do a pick pole from California.
I'm doing a pick pole from Paso Robles.
I got one from France.
All right. So I'm kind of cheap, even though I'm not going to drink it until we open it, till we open it together. It's one of my favorite wines, so I already know what it is.
Yeah.
That's already.
Jim, Orvieto would be great in our restaurant. It would go really well with the fish. But we don't have a liquor license because New Jersey has backwards laws on liquor licenses.
Yes. Yes.
So, but that's okay. I'm great because I get to look at everything that everybody brings in. And a lot of times I know the wines, so I tell them the story behind the wines, and they're like totally wowed by that.
And I might call the friend card, Winephabet card, and see if we can get a wine dinner down there one time.
We can do that.
So
yeah. We'll talk about that.
All right. So thanks everybody.
Karen, I hope you can find one out by where you are. A pick pole.
Really? Oh, Karen. Oh, I'm so excited.
I hope you can find one.
Another new one. Yay! Yay! They're kind of. I think you'll have an easier time finding a pick pole. I think you will. They're around quite a bit.
So thank you guys for joining us.
What's the date, Deb?
What's the date? The date is September 17th.
September 17th. Awesome. Yeah. Have a month in Paso is a lot closer. Karen, seriously, yes, Paso is so much closer to you. I'm meeting some people on the 27th, Karen. Not a very long drive for you. You can come down. We're taking a little stroll through the vineyards, drinking some sold out Cab Franc in the vineyard. Take a drive down. So September 17th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time will be pick pole, and the link is in the chat. So
and hopefully we'll see you guys then, wherever you may be, Jim.
Maybe, yeah.
Just log on and join us. Yeah. Even though you'll be in Washington.
Yeah. Karen, send me an email. Karen. Try to get down for next Monday. Okay? Yeah. dracinawines@gmail.com. Send us the link. Okay?
All righty. Take care, everybody.
Thanks for joining.